This is the meat that we're going to be making today. This is a family pack of chicken thighs and drumsticks, $4.54. You guys know this is my least favorite meat. My sister loves this meat. I don't even like these big drumsticks. I only like the little mini ones. I don't know why. I rather white meat than dark meat, but I make this meat so good that even I be like, damn. So I'm going to take all these skins off. I'm going to be poking some holes into this meat. And then we're going to put it in a bowl with the lemon juice and the water. And then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm about to season it. So guys, this is what I've done so far. So you see that big chunk of fat? I'm just going to cook these really well. And then the fat later on, like whoever eats that piece of meat will take it off, because this meat is really hard, especially these drumsticks. Let me tell you what I do, because they get so slimy and sometimes you can't pull the skin off. I take a napkin and I just pull the skin off. I gotta keep it real. Like, that shit is hard and slimy, so I don't be playing. So right now I have some, what do I have here? Some pepper, oregano. We're gonna use some adobo. And y'all already know I go a little heavy on my seasonings because I don't like bland chicken. And we're going to add some salt. So I'm not going to add too much salt because the adobo is pretty salty. So then I'm going to mix this up and show you what it looks like. Look how yummy it looks. And we haven't cooked this. So now I'm going to let this sit in the fridge. I am going to go clean right now because Saturday's cleaning day. Then I'm going to go after I shower and do all that stuff. I'm going to go to the supermarket because we're going to make sofrito today and we're going to add some to this meat. So I'm going to show you how I make sofrito as well. You're going to need for those sazon. Red pepper. We usually use green, but my grandma uses red and orange, but I wanted to use yellow today. An onion, some cilantro, and then some garlic. You want to wash everything well, chop it up, and then I'll show you what I do next. So as you can see, I roughly chopped everything. Onions, peppers, garlic, and I'm going to start putting it in the blender. In the blender, don't mind the background, you guys. Counter has a whole bunch of stuff. I put a whole bunch of oil because my blender is freaking whacked out, and if I don't put oil, it won't even blend. So guys, here I have not put the cilantro yet. I'm going to put it in last. You want to make sure that you wash this very well because this has a lot of like grit and stuff and you don't want that in your final product. So now as you can see, we put the cilantro in there. Look how, look. Bomb, look at all the cilantro. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Do you see this? Let me see if I could do this with one hand, you guys. Look how thick. It smells so good. Sorry for the splatter. Oh my God. If you've never tried this, try it. Put it on your meat. You know, it's best overnight. Or you could do it the day of. It's so flavorful. Try it if you haven't tried it. And leave a comment down below because your food is going to taste bomb with this. That I have of sofrito here, it's gonna last me for a while. You could freeze this, you could refrigerate it, and then you could use this on your moro. If you don't know how to do moro with this, holla at us in the comment section and we'll make it. And I like to have this on hand because it makes your food taste so much better. So as you can see, I added some of my sofrito to my meat now. I'm gonna toss that in there and then I'll show you the next step. So this is what the meat is looking like, guys. I'm going to put these in the oven at 350 for about 2 hours, and I'll show you when they're done. Today I am going to be making some empanadas. So I got these from my supermarket. We were going to make totones today, but they didn't even have totones or fried plantains in the freaking supermarket. So I'm going to be making these. I'm running them under hot water because they just came out from the freezer section, and I'm just letting them thaw out. And I will be making some ground beef. I'm gonna season this, cook this, and then I'll show you how I fill them up because I'm probably gonna do like 2 with cheese, and then I'm gonna do the rest with beef, and then I'm gonna do some with beef and cheese, and they taste so good. Look at this pack of meat that I bought for $3.41. Yes, cooking up. I put some adobo, I put a little bit of pepper and oregano, and now we're gonna put some sofrito. You see why it's so good to have sofrito on here? Because look at that, just the color alone, like for real, like I want to eat this raw. That's how good and flavorful this is, and it smells delicious. Doesn't this look good already and flavorful, and it's still raw? Like, come on, look at this. At this, still cooking away. It smells phenomenal. Don't you agree? Like, look how good this looks. Like, girl, I can't even. I wish you guys can smell this real quick. This is the final step right now. I just turned it off. I'm gonna let this cool. This is gonna be the filling for the empanadas with some cheese. And yeah, you guys, I'll show you the next step when we're ready to make the empanadas. Guys, Marlene here. Darlene was gonna do the rice, but she's at work, and I want the food to be ready. At least by the time she comes, I want to have everything ready, and I just want to be frying the empanadas. So I had to explain everything. So we're gonna be using some canilla rice. And pay attention, because I know a couple of y'all don't know what y'all doing when it comes to rice. So I'm gonna be using this big ass cup here. I am going to be filling the whole thing with water to the top. So as you can see, I have my cup full of water, and now we're gonna add it to the pan. Now we're gonna take some oil and put it in here. Pass me the oil, please. You're gonna use like a tablespoon of oil. Okay, a little bit more, whatever. And now we're gonna add salt. I like to add salt enough, like if I'm gonna do pasta, I like to make it extra salty, because when you put the rice in, that rice soaks up the water, and if you don't put enough salt in it, it's gonna taste bland. So I've been doing this for years, so I eyeball it. What you wanna do is put a little bit, you know, at first, put a little bit, taste, mix it up, and then taste the water as you go. I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of salt, because I've been doing this for years, like I said. And now you wanna let this water boil and get really hot. While this is gonna boil, you can take out the cup of rice and you can wash it, and then you have that ready, so that when this boils, you could just throw the rice in there in the water. So with this same cup that I used, I am going to fill the whole thing with with rice, I'm sorry. So what you want to do basically with rice is you want to measure your rice to your water. Sometimes you can add a little bit more water. Let's say if I'm going to use this whole cup of rice, right? And I see like it needs a little bit more water, then I'll add a little bit more water. But you want to make sure you measure your rice and your water. That way it comes out, you know, cooked well, and it's not hard. You see how it's boiling already? See that? And look at that big freaking, you see that big circle of oil? And I didn't even add that much oil, but this is exactly what you want. So you see how much rice I have? Now I'm gonna dump it in here, and I'm gonna take it to the sink and wash it up. So look, my rice is already washed. Water is boiling. I'm gonna put a little bit higher so it could boil a little bit more. And now at this point you can add your rice. So let's do it. So this is what it looks like when you add sorry you guys, when you add the water in it. As you can see, this is what you want. Enough water for the rice. Okay, you don't want to put more extra water than this, because that's, if you put more, it's just gonna turn into a mess and it's gonna be soggy. Now you want to leave this on high until this water evaporates. It's gonna feel like you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, where did the water go? The rice is gonna soak up that water, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's nearly to the end, when it's almost dried. As you can see, look at what it's looking like right now. The water is looking a lot more cloudier and it's looking a lot thicker, and this is exactly what you want. So this is what it's looking like. Look how thick it's getting. You see that? You see how the rice is soaking up all that water? And this is exactly what you want. So I'm going to let it go for a little bit more. And I'm going to show you guys a trick that my mom used to use. Because sometimes, like, if you're afraid that the rice might not come out tender, so I'm going to show you, there's 3 ways that you can do this. But I'm going to show you the way that my mom used to do it. Okay, guys, this is the final step. So now I'm going to take paper towel, and it's going to be damp, and I'm going to put it all on top of this, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, guys, so right now, as you can see, this is the final step. So I'm going to take this paper right here. I know it looks weird, but you have to put it on damp. Now what you want to do is you're going to lower the temperature all the way low, and you're going to put the lid on. So this is the lowest I can put it. So I'm going to leave it like this for about 30 minutes. You do not want to open this until you know the rice is done. I'm going to leave it for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to open it and show you what it looks like. But this, if this does not work, then I don't know what you're doing wrong. Because these steps are going to help you make the most freaking fluffy, tender rice ever. As long as you're measuring your rice and your water, you should not have no problems. You shouldn't even need the damp paper towel. Because I don't use the damp paper towel. I'm using it now because to show you guys, maybe that will help you guys as well. Also, you could put a bag, like a damp bag, on top of it. A lot of people use aluminum foil. I've never used aluminum foil, and that will help you from having hard rice as well. Been more than enough time. Let's check the rice. Let's check the rice together, all of us. Look at that. You could already tell. Look at this. Look at this fluffiness. Let me take this paper. Come on, like, could you pat me on the back or what, girl? Come on. This is ridiculous. Hold on, guys. Let me take that paper off. Okay, guys. Look at the rice. It's so soft and fluffy. And the reason I'm doing it with a fork is because people have told me it's best to, like, fluff out the rice with a fork. I usually do it with a spoon, but look how fluffy it is. Cooked to perfection. It's not zooming, it's not focusing in. So here it is, guys. I wanted to show you again with some flash. Look at that. Look at it. See, so I hope this trick helps you guys. And yeah. Filled up my empanadas. I have some with just plain cheese. I have some with just plain beef. And then I mixed up some beef and some cheese. I just tasted the beef. Oh my God. It tastes so good, you guys. A bowl of empanadas, yes. Do you guys want some? Look at the steam coming off of that. Yes, I know these top ones got a little bit overdone, but that's fine. Those are mine because I like my shit extra crispy. And look at that. Look at that. Come on. Final food for my brother. Gotta give him double the meat, double the empanadas, a whole bunch of rice.
Come eat with us, you guys.
Yes, there's leftovers. I hope you enjoy.